28 Force of Wills, 28 Brainstorms, you know. I would love to play first. What does this hand do? Got Tron piece, Star Stirring, so sign me up. Got, what, like 8 hits to hit, 6, 7 hits to hit. We've got a 2 draw steps, a Chromatic Sphere, and Ancient Stirring, so we've got 8 hits to get on time. Dark Slick Shores, Serum Visions could be Ad Nauseam, which is a tough matchup for us for sure. Don't suspend a Lotus Bloom. God bless. Oh. And by that I mean I just needed 1 hit. Hey, Johnny boy! With the 3-month subscription. May Karn Father bless you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. So it's not Death Shadow. What other Dark Slick Shores decks could there be there? The question I have to ask myself is, do I want to play Walking Ballista for 1 here, or do I want Ancient Stirrings for more stuff? I probably want Ancient Stirrings for more stuff, right? Like, I've hit, like, an Ulamog here. Perfect, actually. So, Ulamog says that I'm going to be able to, since I was on the play here, I'm going to be able to go Urza's Mine here, and next turn we're going to get to go Karn, and the following turn we'll get to go Ulamog. They are playing, like our opponent is, in fact, playing Ad Nauseam. I'm going to go ahead and exile their Mana Rock here. Off of that. Next turn, Ulamog will exile 2 of their lands. Yeah, Dream Decker is really, really sweet. And you know, honestly, we're probably just down ticking this Karn too, right? Like, I feel like that's the line. It's just like, alright, Karn that. Ulamog. This matchup is bad for us, but our draw was very good here on the play. Oh, do you not want to play Magic anymore, opponent? They don't want to play Magic anymore with me. Come back, opponent. We were having fun. This matchup is good for you. Alrighty. Oblivion Stone's out. Eugene out. I actually think Walking Ballista's probably fine. Emrakul, the Promised End, is hilarious. Fatal Push doesn't do anything. Orbs of Warding doesn't have text in this matchup, right? Like, it technically stops the Lightning Storm kill, but when they Lightning Storm, they pick up their entire deck, so usually they can just Echoing Truth you. Classic. They conceded on turn 4. Thank you. That was the turn 4 Ulamog. Fair and balanced. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Fair and balanced. Is Eugene better than Wurmcoil? Eugene might be better than Wurmcoil. I could see that being the case. Do that. Neither of these cards are particularly stellar. I'm gonna do that. Just that. They conceded a turn 4 Ulamog. Ugin zaps Unlife. Yeah, that it does. It technically interacts with them. Albeit slowly, but still technically interaction. Neither are particularly fast clocks. This seems a pretty easy redraw here. If these were different Tron pieces, we might think about this. But, like, we're on the draw in this matchup, so we probably need a Thoughtseize or a Collective Brutality in the first few turns. I mean, this hand is excellent if it had landed it. Anyone keep this on the draw with a scry? Do we have better 5s? I feel like this hand's just like really good, right? I like to gamble. I think we're only on 19 lands, right? So we're pretty unlikely to hit. Yeah, 19. H2O Steve with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I feel like we gotta get lucky to win. Let's do it. YOLO. Ding. Lotus Bloom, yep. Never didn't have it. The pile that won the Open? I did not. That was the team event. We went undefeated in the Swiss and then promptly died in the first round of single elimination. Basically the story of my Magic career. this even fucking real life? This... What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. All right, what are we doing? This has 2 turns before it comes off. Probably just supposed to take the ad nauseam here. I guess I could take the unlife and then plan to Collective Brutality the ad nauseam. That seems loose. I think I'm just gonna take this and then we'll do this and then play this map out. Just Tron things, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, they have an Urborg. I hope they play this Urborg. It would be so good for me. Were the prizes? No, not at all. It was my only Paper Magic event I've played in like the last, I don't know how many months, and it reminded me. We're probably gonna die next turn. They're probably gonna have drawn another ad nauseam and like kill us. But like, come on, that's funny. If you can't have a good clean laugh about keep the no lander, have turn 3 Tron with no searching, just like that's the Troniest of Tron things. Magic the Gathering is a skill game, and the better player almost always certainly wins. Let's do this and cast this Ancient Stirrings here. Nope, that's the wrong color mana. Thank you, Magic Online. What's it like? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's fine. Like I said, they're going to kill us here. I'm sure they drew another ad nauseum. Am I dead? Yeah, of course I'm dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, we're good. We're good. You did it. So maybe I'm supposed to take the unlife there. I'm pretty sure that we're supposed to take the ad nauseam there and like do the line we did, especially since we had like the Ugin in our hand. Like, well, nah, life's too short. Pretty easy redraw here, just like no interaction, only 1 Tron piece. This is like a theoretical second Tron piece, but like it's very likely not a turn 3 Karn, so I'm not like turn 3 Karning, I want to Thoughtseize them. Yeah, that sounds fine. Not super exciting, but fine. Bottom that. Opponent went to 6. We're going to play Chromatic Sphere on 1 here. You always want to lead on your Stirrings before your maps and your Scryings, because remember, map and Scryings can get any Tron piece, whereas Stirrings can only find ones that are in the top so many cards of your deck. So you want to play your more narrow search pieces before you play your more diverse search pieces. All right, let's just hit a different Tron piece here. Built. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got Tron piece, please. Alrighty, there's a mine. Any order, play the mine. And like, we're getting set up here nicely, but at the same time, like I said, this matchup is not great for us. Okay, yep, look, there's so long Karn Father. So long Karn Father. Oh yeah, I know, like, and that's where, like, the last game's a good example of, like, don't be results oriented. Like, take your correct percentage plays when you can. Am I supposed to crack this for a Blossoming Marsh? I feel like I am. I feel like this is supposed to be the Blossoming Marsh. So that way I can cast the Sylvan Scrying, complete Tron next turn that way. Also just a tower right here. I'm gonna grab that. Wurmcoil's not particularly good. I can't cast it next turn anyways. Skipping taking the tower there is pretty bad if they Thoughtseize us again and take the Sylvan Scrying out of my hand. Serum Visions, if we're really lucky, they're going to miss a land drop here. They haven't played any acceleration yet this game, which is very good for us. It's going to give us more time to get set up here. This Emrakul currently costs 10, which means we get to play Urza's tower and then Scrying for another tower and cast this next turn. I mean, like, why would you play Tron if you weren't going to always have it? That just seems silly. Sanctum of Ugin, deal. Still gonna go ahead and get a tower here. We can cast the Emrakul next turn. Still only 3 card types in my bin, so unfortunately, we can't trigger the Sanctum off this Emrakul. Don't Thoughtseize me. Sure. Pretty good. We're just playing. What am I kidding? Would like to control your next turn, please, opponent. I played green black Tron. And how good would it be if they Pact of Negation to this, and then I control their next turn and just like choose not to pay for the Pact? Fate Stigaze with the 5-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the continued support. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I really do appreciate it. Subscriptions for everyone out there are the best way you can support my content here, so I really do appreciate it. We are off to a fine 1-0 start here this evening. We're 2-1 in this league overall with green black Tron. Played the first 2 matches off stream, just like getting in some reps before my team event that I played yesterday. Oh, if they had ad nauseam, we just killed them, right? God, that's so good. The Emrakul's been great. Some people play like a second Ulamog in the main deck, and like the Emrakul's just been nuts. Like her name is the Promised End, and let me tell you, she makes true on her promises. Much like in Standard, the number of games where I lose after casting the Promised End, I've yet to have one in this deck. I Emrakul'd someone at the event yesterday, and they had a Spellskite in play and an even health total. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna kill you with your Spellskite. Matt went undefeated with Teamer Energy, and our Legacy player shit the bit while playing Blue-White Stoneblade. Pro tip, if you want to win in Legacy, register Deathrite Shaman. It's okay if you don't want to win in Legacy. Like, no joke. Like, there's more to Magic than winning. But if you do want to win, I would 10 out of 10 recommend some Deathrite Shaman lemons. We've got Oblivion Stone. I did not play in both events. I ended up going 2-2 in the sealed tournament. Christy top 4'd the Immortal tournament, though. Her shield pool was bad, so she dropped to play Immortal, and it worked out really well. The Emrakul, it's really good. All right, where's my Tower of Power? Tower of Power. Tilt. All right, so we're gonna cast this. I think I'm gonna ask. Let's put this on silent. Here's my silent mode. Cast this. I'm gonna bin this other Collective Brutality, I think. Do I want to look at their hand? I feel like I can take a Thoughtcast or a Gallop Blast, right? Is that better than just gaining 2 life, though? It's probably not better than gaining 2 life, right? I really don't think I want to discard any of these other cards. I think I want to hit all my land drops consistently. Yeah, I think I'm just going to drain them. I'm going to kill this and drain them. This other Collective Brutality, basically just like casting 2 of them at once. Need to raise the threshold of my noise gate touch. That way it doesn't pick up me typing. You still hear me talking? Sweet, look at that. Hear me talk. Hear me talk. All right, hopefully we hit a Tron piece or a filter, or that's kind of scary. I guess it's only 5 right now, but it gets bigger quickly, and Inkball Texas is kind of scary. Is there like a medium mine to start for Affinity for sure? I do have a new microphone. We're not hitting me with the cranial plate. Okay, we're just killing me with the infect. Sweet. That's a great draw if their plan is to kill me with infect damage. We're gonna go and pass the turn here. I assume we're gonna see this slide onto the Inkball Nexus this turn. I went 4-2. In both the matches I lost, I probably should have mulliganed more in. Yep, even Inkball Nexus. Yep. Fatal Push is so good. Tell you about things that are great. Fatal Push is great. They could technically try for lethal here. They could attack with these 2 and then use this to activate the Inkmoth. Perfect. So we're just gonna take stone nothing this turn. Let me tell you about how good you were, Chromatic Star. It was good for me. Was it good for you, opponent? Where's Where's my tower of power? Where's my tower of power? I guess this is still kind of scary, right? So we like really need to rip a tower. Llanowar Wastes. That's probably too little too late. Look at that. You know what my favorite part is? I feel really bad for Flip Ear Pa. Their life must be really miserable if like they spent 10 minutes of their life following the stream just so they could spew filth in chat. I hope someday that they find happiness in their life to not be bitter towards others over a children's card game. I think Tron's a great choice if you're interested in trying to win at Modern. It plays the Modern game very well, which is you know the matches you're going to win and you know the matches you're going to lose, and the tools with Collective Brutality and Fatal Push really give you a reasonable amount of play in some of the harder matches, I feel like. All right, what am I cutting in this matchup? Eugene is pretty terrible. There's a decklist button on the screen now. That's true. It's true. There's a decklist button on the screen. Wurmcoil is a little mediocre in this matchup. I don't love drawing a bunch of Collective Brutality, so I think this is what we're doing with our lives. Seems reasonable. Boosters pack say 13 plus, right? I'm going to give 13-year-olds the benefit of the doubt and say they're children. Yeah, the future is now, is basically what it comes down to. I really like this Emrakul to Promised End. This Emrakul has won me a bunch of games that Ulamog wouldn't have, so I kind of like splitting the difference. No, a third party added the decklist button. Twitch added the ability for extensions to exist, which allow things like that to happen, but it was a third party that added that. It's okay. It's got Star plus Stirrings in a Tron piece. We get a little bit lucky, this hand will be very good. We get a little bit unfortunate, it'll still probably be fine. Yeah, the person that made the Stream Decker thing said they're going to add support for non-Magic games at some point. Any merit for 2 Emrakuls? No, I just like don't double up on legendary stuff. We might just brick and die here. This matchup's a little bit tough. I don't think it's too bad, especially when you're on 4 Oblivion Stones. We miss on a land here, I'm going to concede. Not miss on a land. Lucky, lucky. I'm just playing this expedition map out. It's fine. So because our last Tron piece is actually going to be tower, we can actually crack this for tower, and then next turn go play Star, Cycle Star, play Collective Brutality. So that's pretty decent. We might be dead before then, just like die on their turn 3. But yeah, I guess they only have the 1 payoff of cranial plating for now. We're taking 8, 9, 10 here. Not too terrible. Collective Brutality is going to kill something and gain us 2 life. And then maybe this Oblivion Stone can clean up if we hit another land. Urza's Tower, we got 2 shots to draw a land here. Needs to be an untapped land, so it can't be Blooming Marsh. So we do this. I go ahead and I crack this for black. This is the first shot at hitting in a land. We missed. Yeah, pretty sure I just have to cast this, right? Am I bidding here? Am I bidding a Karn? Wrong. Bidding Sylvan Scrying? Scrying. Kill a creature, give something -2, -2. Or give them -2. Discard. Scrying. Scrying's Star's a redraw, which is nice. So we're running 12, and we're taking 10 on board. Yeah, because this is going to go to 8 when they enable this. And then, yeah, Karn's not good enough here. If they have another artifact, we're actually just dead because Oblivion Stone's going to die through this. Alright, dead to Galvanic Blast. Never not dead to Galvanic Blast. Alright, yeah, and like we said, he's not going to be good enough, correct? I guess we could hit a Tron piece here, right? If we hit a Tron piece, we net a mana on that. Alright. I just do this, right? Don't spell pierce me. Right. All your stuff. Go. 1 and 0. Confirmed different numbers. Hopefully they just do this and don't draw Memnite or something like that, and then these Karns can clean up. Alright, exile you. Go ahead. Yep. Great. Exile you. Karn. Exile you. End step, lose your Glimmer Void. Alright, we are at 1. Opponent has no cards. Alright. Alrighty. That's something Karn's obligated to exile. 2. Alright, well. Out of here. Karn number 3. The real winner. What a tease. Alright, I'm gonna exile myself, getting rid of this. Am I supposed to restart the game with a Llanowar Wastes? Is that loose? I feel like that's loose. Alright, I think we're restarting the game next turn now. Now that I have a Tron piece on a Llanowar Wastes. The odds I die if I take a turn and exile this Emrakul. Oh, you know what else I could do here? I could play this and down tick on it and like still get their next turn. Do I take their turn? Should I take their turn? Should I play Emrakul, exile Emrakul? It technically gives them an extra draw. It technically gives them an extra draw. I feel like drawing them an extra card is bad too. Alright, no guts, no glory. Watch them draw and play a Pithing Needle. Like slide out of my chair. Don't Pithing Needle me, friendo. Don't Pithing Needle me. Don't Galv Blast me, don't Pithing Needle me. No whammy, 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 no whammy. Woo! Right. Do this one real quick here. I can keep this hand, right? I'm gonna start the game with 2 lands. Look at this Hearthstone hand. Ask yourself what makes it better. This is much better TV, right? When in doubt, take the line that makes for better TV. Pretty unlucky. I didn't get to. Oh, my opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. That's so great. Alrighty, on to game 3 here. Game 3 on the draw. Gonna need a Fatal Push or an Nature's Claim in our opener usually to stem the bleeding here. Remember, we can't crack O-Stone before turn 4. But everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Karn restart. What can really make the night more complete than a card restart, right? Jeff Hoagland, are you going to be playing any Legacy tonight? And if so, are you taking donations for a deck? I actually have a couple of standard donation decks backed up that I kind of need to burn through. I don't know if I feel like playing standard, though. Maybe I take a donation for a Legacy deck. Yeah, probably. I've got 2 standard decks in the tank. I just really don't feel like playing standard. We're supposed to mulligan this one, I'm pretty sure. I think this one's a keep at 6 with a scry. I'm gonna bottom that. We're looking for interaction at this point. Chromatic Star. I don't look at deck lists while we're streaming. Probably gonna be a little bit behind here. Alrighty. Oblivion Stone, other stuff. I mean, I guess I could take map and then cast the map this turn and then have Tron online next turn. It's like not super exciting. It's really slow on the draw. We're just like spending our first few turns just getting set up. So I won't be surprised if our opponent just kills us on their 4. Shannon, DM me the deck list you're thinking about donating for. Alright, no plating so far is really good for us. It's possible I should have taken the Oblivion Stone there. That's champion. Yeah, really don't care about that one. Tower, power plant. Mine here. We're just cracking the star for green. Get Ancient Stirrings and Nature's Claims in my deck. Or I'll hit Fatal Push and be really sad. Right, Emrakul. Only 2 card types in my bin currently. So I can play this Karn next turn. We can dodge plating again here. Am I dead to this Ink Moth? Really, it's a question you often have to ask yourself. Am I dead to this Ink Moth? So they can power it up, +1, so that's 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can only do 8 with this turn. I can play Karn and crack this Sanctum for a... If you have time, it'd be awesome to see you play Legacy Crixus Delver. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Legacy Crixus Delver. It's been a while. I need some tickets anyways. So, in the tank. Thanks for the donation, Shannon. I really appreciate it. Alright, what do you got here? If they don't hit me for a large chunk of damage here, we're actually going to be in a pretty good spot. He can 9. Let's count again. Animate. Power up is 2. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts total. So no, it's only, they can only do 8 with this turn unless they play something else out. I counted the Blink Moth. We didn't actually play the Teamer League because Magic Online decided to be Magic Online. They can't pump and then animate Blink Moth. This costs a mana to pump with, so they're actually a mana short of doing that. Not enough mana to animate and pump. They can sack it after they activate it, but they can't pump with it and activate it with the mana that they have in play. We are not dead on board. Things that we are not dead on board. And even if they could pump with just tapping it, we'd only be at going to 9. Because we'd be going to 8 as is. Are we dead now? They can animate, self-animate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, they can only put us to 9 here. If they go all in on the Ink Moth here, the Karn just bodies them, which would be great for us. Not dead on board, possibly dead to cards in hand. Yep, so I cast the Vault Scourge here. Opponent also disconnected and reconnected, so they're probably just having connection issues, excuse me, as opposed to being in the tank here. Hard to know for certain. The scary thing is, if they nug us with the Inkmoth this turn, I kind of need to Karn and tag the Inkmoth next turn just so they can't go all in on it next turn and kill us. Hopefully we rip a Nature's Claim or a Fatal Push here, and then we'll just be in an amazing spot. Taking 1 Infect and 4 here. Really hope they go in on the Inkmoth. Just putting in extra damage. That's smart. Pressuring our life total. Second Karn. That's not particularly useful. Okay, so the goal here is to not die next turn. So, you know, we were not dead to Inkmoth on board there. They were 1 short. They could put us to 9 Infect. All right, so if I believe Ugin is not in our deck because Ugin doesn't kill colorless things, which a lot of their things are. Vault Scourges are not colorless, but the rest of their stuff is colorless. I don't believe we are dead. Let's count. So I can exile this, and then how much actual damage am I taking? I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and going to 2. We have 2 card types in our bin, so Emrakul currently costs 11, so that is not on the table currently, which is unfortunate because that would be really good. Oh, actually, they can sack the Inkmoth to the Ravager here, because if I exile anything that's not this Inkmoth, yeah, so they can sack this, and then we're dead to any artifact. So if they sack this to this, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then they can sack this to get to 10. So if they put 1 more in here, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. So we're not dead on board if we play the Karn and shoot the Inkmoth Nexus here. If I shoot anything else, I believe we die to this, right? So if I play the Karn and I shoot, say, the Arcbound Ravager, they could go put 1, put 2, put 3, put 4, and then animate this and put it over to here. Does that leave us? They can animate the Inkmoth and put the counters over to here, but then we're not dead. We're not dead to that, right? Because they can, if they use this to animate this, then they have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only putting +4 on here, so they'd be putting 7 over to here, which means it's just an 8/8, so we're not dead to that. Okay, yeah, I think the line here is cast Karn, trigger the Sanctum, we're going to get Walking Ballista regardless. Like that was never not happening. And then I believe we are taking them off the Arcbound Ravager here because that forces them to choose whether or not they want to move in on damage or move in on... Oh, we're dead to a land. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. No, we're not dead to a land because the counting that I just did assumes they sacrifice Darksteel Citadel. We can't play the Walking Ballista. We don't have any mana, Bob. We used our 7 mana to cast our card to go get the Walking Ballista. I technically should have floated a colorless here to make them think about, like, Dismember or something, but, like, this isn't a port where, like, we're forcing them to have it, so, like, they're not going to play around anything. Couldn't watch X coverage. I didn't watch much of it, but I heard it was not stellar. I played the Sanctum. I know this felt like a spell, but I played the Sanctum this turn. It's like when you Wasteland someone and then you play another land, just like Wasteland felt like a Stone Rain. It didn't actually feel like a land drop. You do your opponent. Like I said, we're just making them have it. They could animate... Okay, so we are going in on the Inkmoth here. This is good for us because this means they're splitting their damage up in 2 different directions. And, like, Oh, wait. Oh, am I dead? Oh, I didn't count this way. I should have counted this way. This is 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no, so we're still just going to 1 here, right? Just going to 1. I believe we're going to 1. Thing had 5 on it. 5, yeah, 9. If they hit a land, we go to 1. If they don't hit a land, we go to 2. They might also send guys to kill this Karn. And we're going to 1 if they hit a mana source. They could also have like a Mox, right? So we're going to be dead to a Mox here. I wouldn't be too surprised if they hit us for 6 and then kill this Karn. Alright, dead to Galvanic Blast. Never not dead to Galvanic Blast. Pretty happy with how we played this game. I feel like I took the best possible lines for the cards that we had. That's just like, you know, this happens in every format in Magic. Sometimes you're just dead to Shrapnel Blast. What are we paying mana for here, friendo? Something terrifying. Arcbound Ravager. That doesn't kill me, right? I don't believe that kills me. Killing Karn, and we're putting me to 5, yep. Alright, there are 4 card types here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You know what's funny? It's funny when the most terrifying thing you can do to your opponent isn't just... Let me tell you about this card. Let me tell you about this card, Emrakul, the Promised End. Oh, they can sack their Ravager in response here, right? It's actually, this was actually worse than O-Stoning. I'm dumb. They're gonna do this in response, right? This actually leaves me dead. I was too excited. This is worse than the O-Stone by a pretty significant margin. We actually died to a few different things here now because I'm an idiot. We're not dead on board, but we're pretty close. This was much worse than O-Stone. Attack with that. Emrakul blocks. Went for the cooler thing, got punished. Yep. And like now I don't really want to O-Stone because like I have this Emrakul in play. I'm so dumb. I got excited. I got ahead of myself. We're dead to Galvanic Blast again here. Yeah, exactly, dead to Galvanic Blast. They don't have Galvanic Blast. That's good for us. Yep. All right, are we out of the wood? Are we out of the woods here then? I feel like I'm out of the woods. I can play this. This is 9, 10, so I can play this Walking Ballista for 5. So root around. No justice in the world, so we're gonna win anyways. It looks like. Play Tron, get rewarded. Exactly. Just the Troniest of things, really. Running Galvanic Blast can kill us here. Sure. You ever machine gun down someone's board before? Let me tell you that things that feel wonderful. That one. Oh, we could take the red source away. Sure. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to take the red source away. It's fine. We'll take the red source away next turn. It'll be fine. Everything will be great, I promise. Oh, actually, we're just going to get rid of the red source right now, right? We're just going to kill all these things. And then if they go to animate a Blink Moth Nexus, I'll kill it. Welcome to Thunderdome, opponent. I probably didn't even use my Walking Ballista efficiently this turn, but the God's honest truth is, it doesn't matter. Tron. Tron. I don't actually know if that matchup's that bad for this configuration of Tron. I beat Affinity in the Swiss of the event I played yesterday twice as well. She split with Andrew, and she conceded the semis. Her and Andrew are on like 73 of the same 75. We have locked up the coveted 3-2. I don't know, actually. What, did you win yet? Everyone's having a wonderful evening. I'd like to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer. You've landed at my Twitch page, maybe my YouTube page in the future. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and want me to produce more of this content, there's a couple of different ways you can do that. The best way is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Those both support myself financially directly, so I can spend more time doing this and less time doing other things. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will have to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves with them. You can upload your own custom artwork for their custom stuff or choose from a wide selection of artwork that they have on their website from various artists. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. Let's say you would like to try and Tron some nerds, but you don't own all of these cards. You can rent any physical, standard, or modern deck from SpareDeck. It's a great service if you are someone who changes decks quite often or plays mostly online, playing on paper occasionally. Have to own a bunch of stuff. Yeah, this is the 75 I played in the team event. Seems kind of close. I think I'm going to keep it. Any opposing deck that's going to put us under a lot of pressure to assemble Tron quickly, these fatal pushes will usually be meaningful interaction against. It's only like something like, say, Dredge or Affinity again. Okay, let's test my, is the Affinity matchup actually bad theory? Have any thoughts on the Modern Human deck that won the SCG Tour in a compelling fashion? I did not watch the SCG Tour finals. I was watching my wife play her Hex event. How have the Orbs in the third Thoughtseize been treating me? I actually haven't played the Orbs in a meaningful game of Magic just yet, so I don't really have an informed opinion on those. I really like the third Thoughtseize. I think the third Thoughtseize helps matchups that are kind of difficult for this deck. I don't think I'd leave home without the 7 discard spells in this black variation. I'm not sure that Orbs is better than like targeted based hate, like more relics or even maybe a Trinisphere for explicitly hitting out Storm. We're not going to get to Tron until turn 4 at the absolute earliest here, but turn 4 Tron would enable us to cast O-Stone, so would love to hit turn 4 Tron. Dude went 14-0-1 in the Swiss and swept the top 8. Hot. It's just like the Collected Humans deck. Mantis Rider. That's hot. I do love me some Snake. Snake, a snake. Oh, it's a snake. Alright, so I think I'm gonna hold on to this Chromatic Sphere for now. I'm gonna give myself one extra chance to draw a thing to filter into. Five humans, Aether Vial. Just, I mean, it's doing a powerful linear thing. That's like what you want to be doing in Modern, right? Human monk, not humans. It's a human monk riding a snake. Come on now. Get with the details here. Do you have a scary 3-drop? See, and this is why we waited on this Chromatic Sphere, because now this Fatal Push can push this Master of Ethereum off a cliff. I mean, Storm doesn't beat that kind of targeted hate game 1 usually, right? We might just, if we just like run off some regular lands here, just like cracking this on 5 is probably going to be good enough. Hopefully we don't brick. We could just brick off here. They don't have a lot going on either though, so like wouldn't be the end of the world. My Tron deck needs Murmuring Boss. I mean, you were playing a good modern deck though, right? Like Death Shadow. Land, right? It could be anything, even a land. I mean, if the Open Series returns the Players' Championship, I'd probably consider it. But no, without the Players' Championship, I really just, like, don't have incentive to grind. How does Tron even cast Kiki-Jiki? Asking the hard... You ultimate your Ugin, and you put the Kiki-Jiki into play. I mean, I think the Humans deck is a powerful, linear, mostly non-interactive deck. So, like, everything you want to be doing in Modern, right? I guess calling it non-interactive is a touch unfair, right? You've got Tight Scale Freebooter and Reflector Mage, but like it's not much interaction. Oh no. Oh no. Links are enabled in chat. Act like an adult and you'll be treated like an adult. Act like a child, you'll be treated like a child. My opponent has tripled the amount of power they have in play. It's truly terrifying. You could restart the game with Kiki-Jiki in play. See, we got all the outs to put in the Kiki-Jikis into play. We're on every angle here. Ooh. 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 Brush the shoulder off here real quick. Alright, don't cranial plating me this turn, opponent. This is game 1. This is our second match in a row playing against Affinity. We beat Affinity in 3 last match. This is game 1 against this Affinity opponent. Oh, it's got 4 Meddling Mages. Okay, that's fair. That's funny. Kite Scale Freebooter with Meddling Mage is kind of hot, huh? I do not give my opinion on most deck lists, just like random things. Sometimes look at open results, but try not to look at too many deck lists while I'm streaming. Oh no, how will I ever beat this Etch champion? I don't know. Can't for the life of me figure it out. Okay, Tower Mine. Get the most powerful plant here. Ancient Stirrings. I think I'm gonna do that, right? Right, Ulamog? No, we're short. We're short on Ulamog. Here. That's the joke. The joke for those that missed it. Every card in our hand does in fact currently beat Etch Champion. It's going pretty swell. Just doing some Tron things here. You're looking for something interactive and powerful to do in Modern. Tron is 10 out of 10 the best control deck in Modern. Can't spend my extra mana. Pretty unlucky. Those that are wondering, Worldbreaker is devoid of emotions. Shamkron with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate the dollar bills. Oh no, not a Vault Scourge. How do I ever win now? How does I ever win now? Forta with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You share the popular opinion that Tron is not a skill testing deck. Tron is one of the most interactive decks in Modern. Whether or not you think it's skill testing beyond that is, you know, purely up to you, but it's definitely one of the most interactive decks in Modern. What makes this deck better than Eldrazi Tron, in my opinion? I don't enjoy running people down with aggressive decks. I do enjoy playing control decks, so I like playing this deck. I don't know that this deck is objectively better or worse than Eldrazi Tron. It's probably worse, right? Like, it has less results. I'm gonna take these 2 lands out here, and then when I crack this Oblivion Stone, they'll lose their Glimmer Voids too. Weird, Broccoli. Well, I appreciate the re-up. New subscribers and existing subscribers, if you haven't already, make sure to check out the subs-only Discord server that I have. Shiny Duck with the 80 bitty bit into the cheer cup. Thank you for the tip. Tron is one of the most green-black. Tron is one of the most consistent decks in Modern. You ever perfected your opponent out of a game? Let me tell you about things that feel good. Perfecting your opponent out of a game of Magic feels great. Oh, this guy's indestructible, by the way, too. So you don't care about no O-Stone. How do we access the subs-only Discord server? Once you've been subscribed for about an hour, you link your discordapp.com account with your subscribed Twitch account in your Discord user settings, and the server will pop up automatically for you. All right, so what's it doing here? We cut Eugene, we cut a Wurmcoil, I cut a Collective Brutality. Oh, we brought in the O-Stone and cut another Wurmcoil. Feels like it was the plan. What I did. These other cards. Bingo! How was the team event? We went undefeated in the Swiss and then promptly lost in the first match of single elimination, which ended up netting me $0 for the day because it cost $20 in gas to get there. It had a $30 entry fee, and we paid out $50 for losing in the semis. So it's like, I spent all day playing Magic and didn't get anything in return. Tron Dragon! Nothing like playing the best deck ever. Thank you. I do appreciate it. No, I said I don't actually think this matchup is that bad for this configuration of Tron. Past configurations of Tron, I think this matchup was hard, but it was not Matt's fault. Matt went undefeated. I went 4-2. I did lose in the semis, and our legacy player really shit the bed. He was playing a bad deck, and he went 2-4 on the day. I think I'm going to keep this. I've got a Fatal Push as interaction, and I've got these Ancient Stirrings to find more lands. And I've got, like, the Oblivion Stone in my opener here. I mean, Matt just, like, played the best deck and bodied people because he was playing the best deck. Our Legacy player played Blue-White Stoneblade, which, for those that are not familiar with Legacy, if you are not registering Delver of Secrets and Deathrite Shaman, you probably shouldn't bother. Unless you're just playing for fun. If you're just playing for funsies and, like, you don't actually care about winning, then play whatever you want. But if you're playing to win, you should register Deathrite Shamans and Delver of Secrets. I'm going to move my cell phone that's giving the bzz, bzz, bzz. Still getting used to the desk mic. It's possible I should save this Fatal Push for a Steel Overseer. Priestess V with the Twitch Prime resubscription. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Do you have a second land opponent? You do not. Oof, that's great. Okay, so again, just really small thing. You want to burn your Ancient Stirrings before you play your Sylvan Scryings, and the reason for this is actually shown here. This Ancient Stirrings can only get Urza's Mine, whereas the Sylvan Scrying later is going to be able to get any Tron piece we could possibly need. So we're going to guarantee we'll have Tron on turn 4 here now. Matt played Teamer Energy because it's the best deck in Standard and it's not particularly close. You're allowed to pay a reduced entry for each copy of Goblin Charbelch in our Legacy decks, right? I'm actually taking that much damage because I have another artifact to play out here. Jeff, I came in second in a modern RQ and won $300 and qualified. Congrats! Enjoy getting to Roanoke, Virginia. It's not a... Well, I guess if you're on the East Coast, it's probably not too bad. If you're anywhere other than the East Coast, getting to Roanoke, Virginia is expensive. Alright, we're gonna crack this Chromatic Star for black mana. Like that, I mean, I'm gonna start on Sylvan Scrying here. Go get our power plant. Only a 9-hour drive. Man, in the days of my youth, I would agree with your statement. Only 9 hours. Now I am an old bitter man. I'm actually gonna crack this for green since I already have the stirrings in my hand. Really need expedition map at this point, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab Chromatic Star as a redraw here. And this is why, so like, we often make the joke about lucky Tron player and stuff like that, and you hear people salt off about like Tron being this no skill all variance based deck. And the reason why Tron gets that rap, because the Tron player always has it, is because this deck plays 8 cantrips. It plays 4 Ancient Stirrings. It plays Sylvan Scrying and Expedition Map. The deck is basically 12 Tron pieces, 12 cantrips, 8 tutors, and then bombs and sweepers to play with those. Alright, don't mess with my lands. Tap out here. My body's ready to O-stone you. All I hear is shill talk. You're not wrong, Ryan. Yeah, see, Eldrazi Tron does not have a lot of consistency or cantrips in it. Alright, Sand, Spell Pierce, or Stubborn Denial are going to be in a pretty good spot here. I don't actually think lands is that good. I think a properly built Grixis Delver deck is actually favored against lands. Alright. Go for the gold. They've got a denial, they've got a denial. Oh, look at that. You ever perfected your opponent out of the game? This is like the second perfects in a row here. Like, blow all your stuff up, kill your Glimmer Void. Nice Magic deck, opponent. Nice Magic deck. Tears of Tron, my opponent just typed in chat. Oh. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Sanctum of Ugin here. Play that out. Play the Sphere. Hey, look, a Karn. 2, 5, 6. Can't play the Karn. Very unlucky. This deck's Storm matchup is medium minus. Still searching for what exactly I want to do to make the Storm matchup better. I want to try Trinisphere in the board, I think. Grab another tower here. And then next turn, we'll get to cast this Karn and crack the Sanctum of Ugin. Sweet. So we're going to need a 4-1 out of this league. This is Karn. There are many like it, but this one is fine. Yay! Alright, so I'm actually still getting over a little bit being sick, so I think I'm going to run upstairs and grab something to drink really quick to wet my throat. I think we're going to dive in with some Grixis Delver here in Legacy. It was Eternal Weekend. Obligatory crack the chest. Bernal went 8-1 into 06, and one of the 3 people did not cash. That's so fucking brutal. Poor Joey Bernal. Alright, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.